Cotton out of Arkansas. Sir, thanks for coming back, Senator. Good morning to you. There's a judge that issued a ruling, stepped in on this. I don't know where this goes. I think that the only thing that I can say safely is that L.A. and perhaps the rest of California will not go quietly. What is your view?
Bill, the Democrats' rhetoric about immigration enforcement is disappointing. It's disgraceful, but it's not surprising. Remember, this is the party that wants to defund the police. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, is the immigration police. They have a job to keep this country safe, to identify illegal aliens in our country, and to begin removal proceedings promptly. They're trying to do that in cities across our country. And you have Democratic mayors and Democratic politicians, like some of the ones you just played, calling them the Gestapo, thugs, calling for fighting in the streets or even blood in the streets. That's in keeping with the Democrats' hostility to the police in all settings. I, by contrast, like all Republicans, back the blue. We support our immigration enforcement officers. We're grateful for the very difficult job they're doing to protect our fellow citizens and to protect, in many cases, lawful immigrants whose communities are being terrorized by illegal alien gangs.
Okay, so and also today you're going to put up a bill for birthright citizenship. We'll see where that goes. That's coming from your office, and we'll see how it turns out. Meanwhile, from overseas, really want to get your view on what the president has done yesterday. Play the soundbite. Here he is from the White House. More arms through our European partners into the war in Ukraine. Watch.
In a nutshell, we're going to make top-of-the-line weapons, and they'll be sent to NATO. NATO may choose to have certain of them sent to other countries where we can get a little additional speed, where the country will release something and it'll be mostly in the form of a replacement.
So here we go now. Look, he firmly believes this is Joe Biden's war and did not want to extend it. Putin has different ideas, though, and that realization is out there as of now. The Patriot missile batteries, they're significant, and there could be, in the words of the president, billions and billions of additional funds that pay for weapons that go into Ukraine. Is there any evidence yet that those weapons will be offensive in nature, meaning they could reach across the border into Russia?
Well, Bill, first, I strongly commend President Trump for his decision yesterday to enable Ukraine to continue to defend itself. Some of that will be with Patriot missiles designed to stop incoming Russian missiles and drones, but every weapon that Ukraine has really is a defensive weapon, because this is a defensive war of survival for Ukraine that was attacked in a war of unprovoked aggression by Russia. President Trump clearly wants to bring this war to a close. He wants a peace agreement. Russia didn't invade when he was president, and invaded when President Obama was president, when President Biden was president. But Putin has not been serious about negotiating. So President Trump, in another example of peace through strength, is going to try to help Ukraine get some more battlefield momentum and hopefully bring Vladimir Putin to the negotiating table.
What is the possibility this strategy works? Has Putin in the past shown a history where he backs down when confronted?
No, I think Vladimir Putin, like dictators everywhere and always, has to be convinced that he has more to lose on the battlefield than he has to lose at the negotiating table. That has not been the case for the last 5 months, despite President Trump's repeated efforts. So with Ukraine once again working through NATO to be able to defend itself robustly against Russian aggression, I hope in a matter of weeks or months that Putin will come to that realization. I think that's what President Trump is aiming towards as well.
We shall see. Senator, thanks for coming on. Tom Cotton, the Republican out of Arkansas. Thank you, sir.